we have a jam-packed show. We hope you all enjoy it. Welcome to SORM News this week with CB. Our first bit of the news is we are going to be putting together SORM Christmas videos, which will include video clips of SORM staff members and people they support, all dressing up in Christmas jumpers and hats. And the second one is SORM has hosted a Slovakian music night last weekend, which was great success. Lots of people turned up to watch the bands and had a great sing and dance. And our last topic is there's a punk day event coming up soon, next week, 4th of December, which will be hosting a very talented punk bands, which will be putting audience from around down the UK. And the punk festival is raising money for the food bank. This is CB for SORM News.
Welcome to this club.
Hi Chris, how are you this week?
Good.
Good, it's nice to see you. I can see you've got some crafts on the table ready to show us.
Yep.
What would you like to show us first?
This is a Christmas tree.
Oh, lovely. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And where did you make that?
Downstairs at Carol.
Downstairs with Carol, okay. And have you got any more?
Another one is the Christmas pudding.
Christmas pudding. Do you like Christmas pudding, Chris?
Yeah.
And it's got part of your name in it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these little pictures that you've done, as lovely as they are, what are you making out of them?
A bunting.
You're making a bunting, so can we have a quick look at the bunting, Chris?
Okay.
Wow, and has that got lots of different pictures on there made by you and other people?
Yeah.
Fantastic, and where are you going to put the bunting?
The top roof.
On the roof, so is it going to go up here or is it going to be on a different...
Downstairs roof.
Downstairs, right, on the social floor?
Social floor.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for showing us your crafts this week, Chris. What have you been up to over the weekend? So what did you do on Saturday?
On Saturday, I put the lights up with Christmas tree.
Right, so you got the Christmas tree out. Did you put any baubles on your Christmas tree?
They go outside.
Right, okay. And what about on Sunday then, Chris?
On Sunday, they go out with Christmas shopping, my mum.
Oh, fantastic. You get lots of presents bought for people.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Was there anything else that you want to tell us this week, Chris?
I got good news.
Okay, do you want to tell us the good news?
This vase in the box
Right.
is a blue eyes.
Right, so is that the box that we were talking about last week?
Yeah.
And it has a blue eye. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that with us, Chris. So, should we say bye to everyone who's watching?
Back and watching.
This is the interview question with CB and our special guest Joe.
Hello.
And our first question is, what is your favourite TV show?
Ooh, CB, that's a question to ask me. I would say probably Friends, only because I've seen every episode, but there's always something that you see in it that's funny the next time you watch it, and I can just watch it.
I bet your favourite guest is Joey.
No, actually I'm a fan of Phoebe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Phoebe's very much her own person,
Yeah.
and she does her own thing. So
Yeah, I never got into Friends, really.
Did you not?
No.
Maybe you should
My
try
My
it.
sister liked it, but I never got into it. And our second one, do you like any sports?
No. Although I did get into the Paralympics when that was on, and I found that really inspiring. And I've become a fan of wheelchair rugby, which is an incredibly brutal sport. If you've never watched it, it's worth a watch. You can get it on YouTube, and it's a very kind of physical, exciting sport to
I
watch.
like the Olympics when we had it here, but I never got in. I don't like the Olympics. My sister's into it. She likes swimming and she used to swim, so she likes all that. But I'm not interested in it.
But you liked it when it was over here in the UK?
I find it a bit boring in general because they're putting new sports in that no one knows about,
there's always a different sport, isn't there, that comes up that's a new one that nobody's ever heard of. But I think maybe that's a good thing.
And our third question is, do you prefer coffee or tea?
Anybody that knows me well knows it's coffee.
Yeah.
It's got to be coffee, definitely.
And our fourth question is, what is your favourite meal of all time?
Ooh, that's got to be my mum's macaroni and cheese. She makes the sauce from scratch and it's always really, really good. Nice comfort food.
I'm not getting a macaroni and cheese, so I'll have to take your word for that. And our fifth question, if you could swap places with any other person for a day, what would it be?
Oof. That's a really good question. I would probably swap places with the Queen.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I'd swap places with the Queen and then just kind of like wave to everybody as I was going past.
Mine would be to swap places with Boris Johnson to see what it's like for a whole day. Well, I like it, but to see how hard it is because it's like an 18-hour day's Prime Minister.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
But probably for a different reason to you, CB.
And this is CB with SORM into Joe. Hope we'll get another guest next week. Thanks.
Thanks for having me on, CB.
You're welcome. What grind my gears this week with CB? Our first two topics is heckling. I hate heckling. When I was at a show in Blackpool this week, people in the audience were heckling all the time, and it was annoying as I wanted to listen to the show, but kept getting interrupted by someone who tried to be funny in the crowd. And just when they delayed the show, I found it really annoying. That really grinds my gears. And our second topic is traffic. I went to Blackpool at the weekend and it took 4.5 hours when it should take 1.5 hours. And it was very slow and frustrating. It was extremely boring and made me anxious because I was going to see a show at R7, so the traffic was making me going to miss a show, but thankfully I didn't miss any of the bit of the show I didn't want to watch. This really grinds my gears. This is CB with grind my gears this week.
Hello and welcome to Tips About with me, Tips, and Action Honey. Today we are going to discuss all of the week, best game of the week, and some shocking list of sports news this week. So, moving on to all of the week, which was road race from Man City, which was a 25 to 30 yard goal, which reminded me of the, was it 2016 Vincent Kompany goal, would you say?
I can't remember the year, but yeah, I remember the strikes. It's the one that pipped Liverpool to the title that year.
Yeah. And Connor, what did you think of the goal?
It was a good goal, and the company goal was actually 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for the all of the week, so moving on to the best game of the week now. Connor?
The best game of the week was Watford beating Man United 4-1. The game saw Man United score 4 goals past Man United's defence, which actually saw eventually Harry Maguire get a yellow card, and which was a ridiculous heavy touch. In the last roll of the dice, Solskjaer put Van der Beek and Maguire on to try and salvage something from the game. But even as his role as Man United, he couldn't change the game, and eventually Watford towards the end scored twice to make it Watford 4, Man United 1.
Mm-hmm.
And over to Sky Sports.
Right, yeah, so this week the Sky Sports news story to discuss is the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from Manchester United. There's been huge speculation that Mauricio Pochettino, who is the current Paris Saint-Germain manager, may be interested in the job potentially mid-season rather than the end of the season. I think personally, as a Manchester United fan, I would quite like to see Pochettino at Manchester United. I think I would have liked to have seen him there a bit earlier than as long as we've waited with Solskjaer. But after seeing Manchester United play against Villarreal last night, Carrick seems to have got some tactics in place, so potentially, who knows, Michael Carrick might be the one to take over for the time being and just see how it goes. But that's it for Sky Sports News, so I'll just pass over to Terps now for the predictions for the next games.
Yeah, so this week we have got Leeds have got Brighton this week away, and I reckon it depends really, we've got so many injured players, haven't we, Pat?
Yeah, a lot of injuries, yeah.
So it must be a really tough game for Leeds, so I'm going to go with 2-0 win for Leeds. What do you reckon?
So, as I'm a Manchester United fan, I think we've got Chelsea at the weekend. I predicted at the start of the season that Chelsea would be the team to win the league, and the way they're going in the Champions League at the moment, potentially win the Champions League as well, again. But with us having Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, I feel, as a United fan, I feel I want them to win. I can't see it happening, but with the attacking flair that we do have in the team, depending on how we go into the game, I think Chelsea might pick us and might do us 2-1.
Yeah, I don't know, what do you think of the next Liverpool game?
Well, Liverpool play Southampton next week at Anfield, and I think they will win 3-0. I think Salah will score, and Mo Salah will score to share the goals out.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Been for Tips Sports this week. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you, Patrick, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And see you all next week.
Boy, please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone now. Bye, bye, boy. Bye, bye, boy. Please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone now. Now. Bye, bye, boy. Please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone. Oh no, shut your mouth, boy. You can't stop me. Bye, bye, boy. Please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone now. Low now, low now, low now, bye, bye, boy. Low now, low now, low now, bye, bye, boy. Bye, bye, boy. Please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone. Oh no, shut your mouth, boy. You can't stop me. Bye, bye, boy. Please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone now. Bye, bye, boy. Please go home, 'cause I wanna be alone. Oh no, shut your mouth, boy. You can't stop me. Bye.